You are now listening to In the Trench.
Wait, let me get in position. You always say the same thing.
Welcome back to another episode of In the Trench. Today we have a really, really cool episode lined up for you guys. We just got off of an interview with Cecily Chapman from the hit TV series Dog the Bounty Hunter that I'm sure we all grew up with. And I know I'm a huge fan. I was a little starstruck. Nicole's never seen it. And what do you think? What do you think of the whole interview?
The interview was great. She was so nice. I was nervous. I never even met her. I've never seen her, but I was still really nervous. But she was great. She was super nice. Everything went well. Like it wasn't like there was so much to talk about with her. So it was great.
It was great. Cecily was actually amazing, and thank you so much again, Cecily, for being on the show. We really, really loved having you on, and she gave us a couple exclusives that we're really excited to share with you guys. And she will, by the looks of it, be coming on again sooner rather than later with a couple more cast members from her show. Mm-hmm. So thank you so much again, Cecily. We both really enjoyed having you on.
Thank you so much, Cecily. It was amazing.
One thing that I usually do in the beginning of the podcast is announce the sponsors.
Yes.
Today I'm going to let Nicole do that.
Oh, great. So, quick shout out to one of our sponsors over at Amore Pizza, Kayla and Kyle. They're located in Davie, Florida. If you want to check out their website, it's amorepizzadavie.com, and they're there for all of your Italian needs. Now, for your microphone and audio needs, you can go to Alliance Technology, and it's alliancetechnology.com. And anything from DirecTV to internet, you can get from them. So thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much for sponsoring us. And, without further ado, here's the interview. Later. Hey, how's it going? There's no audio.
She's gonna.
Oh, it's connecting to audio. It's connecting to audio.
Okay, can you hear
There
me?
you go. I could hear you now.
Hi, guys.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good, good. So nice to meet you. Thank you so much for coming on.
So good to meet you guys too. When you guys messaged me, I figured, why not?
No, that was the idea behind it. We all kind of start somewhere, but it always takes that one person to say yes, and then from there on, there you go. It was you're actually like one of my
working
first.
on a lot. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm actually working on a new show right now, so this couldn't be more perfect, to kind of get the word out as well.
No, of course. What show are you working on?
Well, I'm working with Unleashed TV, and I'm hopefully going to be doing a Beth docuseries. So I'll be going around kind of seeing what she did and what her accomplishments were, all around the U.S. So it's very exciting.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And how long have you guys been working on that one?
Well, it's still in the works. So
okay.
I'm really not supposed to even be saying, but
exclusive.
Well. Exclusive, but I'm excited.
No, that's awesome. I was telling my girlfriend because she's never seen any of the shows before. So when I told her, I'm like, oh my God, I got Cecily Chapman on. She's like, who's that?
I was like, oh, cool.
But I told all my friends and they were freaking out. They're like, no way, that's awesome.
Oh,
I grew up with it. I'm young. I'm 21. I'm turning 22 in like a couple months. But from when I was like 11 and I discovered Dog the Bounty Hunter, I don't think I missed an episode. And I binge watched all the Yoda episodes too. So I remember it was just like the best.
Yeah. We did have a lot of kids who loved Dog the Bounty Hunter. They all dressed up like him for Halloween. And I mean, some families would get crazy and they'd dress up the whole family like us. So those were fun. But yeah, I mean, even from a young age, everyone kind of understood the hero fact of Dog the Bounty Hunter.
For real, he was larger than life. The whole show was just like this superhero in Hawaii and sometimes Colorado, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
yep. And then we started going and catching all the most wanted people all around America. So that was exciting too.
Yeah, those are the most exciting episodes.
Yeah, we've done Dog the Bounty Hunter, CMT, Dog and Beth on the Hunt. I've been on Dogs Most Wanted, even on Fight of Their Lives on the A&E special that they did on her. So we've had our fair share of reality TV.
I trust me. I know I've seen all of them.
Growing up was interesting. I mean, either people because we grew up in Hawaii and most of the bounty hunting was in Hawaii, we either were loved and people were jealous or wanted to be our friend kind of thing, or it was you were with you arrested my auntie, my uncle, brother, sister, auntie, mother, whoever. So half the time it was a hit or miss if people liked us or not.
My favorite thing about the whole show is right before you guys catch the perp, you would like it'd be like on the hunt, all intense, and you guys get him in the car, and it's like, you want a cigarette? Can we talk? The
It's
famous
the
cigarette.
adrenaline too, because we're scared of what we're going into as well.
Of course, you never
So
know.
we kind of prep ourselves and we get amped up so that way we're ready to kind of face whatever challenge is about to come at us. Some situations are really calm and like mellow, and then you're like, whoa, that was like kind of extreme for it to be cool. But we really never know what we're walking into. So we have to be kind of prepared for whatever we're going to be faced with. So, and then that's why after too, when we do get them, because it is crazy and riled up and their adrenaline's up, our adrenaline's up. So it's like a good way of like calming everyone down. We're like, okay, here, do you want a cigarette? Like, okay, let's start over. Let's really talk. Let's talk about what happened. Why is this way? Like, why are we even coming to get you?
No, that's great. It was such a great time growing up and watching all those episodes and seeing like it was just so like, you have to understand it was intense.
Yeah,
like back then they would go around and they would spend like the whole time finding people. Like remember like there was some like because most of the people were like on the lower end of like the social pyramid that you guys were finding, and like they would go up and ask people in the corner like, have you seen this person? And then that's how they would get like clues, and at the end of the episode they always get them.
Yes, yeah. Before technology was so advanced, yes, we would have to play Shirley at the vacuum store. We would do all those kind of tricks. We would have to pull up some really crazy things. Like job offers or job interviews. We'd set them up for a job interview. We had to do what we had to do to get them on the hook.
Man, you guys
Back then
always got them.
it was so difficult back then.
I bet.
Especially with our flip phone, our razors.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine trying to find someone on a razor
It
phone?
was great. It was those shows are timeless.
Right? You can't really do the whole MySpace on the razors, remember?
And
you had to have a computer on you at all times.
Is it much easier now to find these people?
Oh yes, absolutely. Absolutely. There's geotags on everybody's Facebook's pictures. You put up a picture, it tells you what time and where it was taken. That's just the littlest of the little. There's so many different tracking systems now that we use. We use a lot of different techniques nowadays. Sorry, I can't give you all of them, but for the most part, yeah, social media people, they most times when they're wanted though now, because social media is such a huge thing, they know that people are watching them there, so they tend to not be on anymore. So we've had to use other ways of finding them as well, because they know that people are looking for them on Facebook, and you have Catfish on, you have all these shows that find these people through the social media sources. So they already know that trick. So we're now having to use different techniques to find them.
So do you guys
families are always kind of their weak spot. So
it was always
the end of the day,
So you guys still find yourselves like using your old ways even nowadays to find some people?
It just depends on the person. It depends on how they act, what kind of drugs they're on, or their kind of behavior, if they're the wife beater kind. There's different techniques for all different sorts of people. So it just kind of depends on what works well for that person.
That's awesome. This is a question that I've been waiting to ask since I was a kid. Is there ever been somebody so scary that you still remember, or a story that was like went wrong? The whole thing went wrong.
Definitely. And I want to say it's the most recent one. It was
Really?
actually the one that was in the Big Island. That guy kind of scared me the most because he pulled a gun, and it doesn't show that in the footage, but we ended up leaving those crazy people's houses because the guy ended up like the guy that was shaking the house. So he's the one that like
He had a gun.
Wow.
I'm like low key, honestly, like he was by far like one of the scariest guys, just because of his attitude and just the way that he was. And and like, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get something for you. And we kind of all know right then, like we're like, all right, we're out. Like bail.
Because
We
you
do
guys
it in the
use
most calmest fashion and
yeah
make it look just fine. Like we're like, okay, we're just leaving. We're
yeah
just leaving now. We'll be back later.
you guys use like
But when
the
they're not there, they're not there, So
yeah that's
yeah, so
it's
it's
really
yeah. So
nothing.
sometimes it's a very scary job
No,
sometimes.
I imagine.
But it's good to have a team, and that's why you never bounty hunt alone. You don't go bounty hunting with just a couple people. I don't care who you are, and all those people who do that, um, I pray for you because that's not the way.
That's
You
scary.
need to have more eyeballs than you can think that you would need to have. You have to have everybody watching each other's back, so that way nothing wrong happens. And that way we're not put in a situation where we're so scared that we do something stupid, which we
Yeah,
all know is a big deal right now. So, it's you got to be careful with what you're doing and you got to approach people in the correct way. Otherwise, things could escalate into a really ugly situation.
of course. You guys use like the rubber pellets,
Um,
right?
yeah, we do either the pepper ball gun.
Okay.
So basically, when it hits you, it's pepper ball mace. It just kind of goes in your face. It makes your eyes burn, things like that. We've all been maced before.
Mhm.
That's one of the big reasons why we don't carry guns. We'd rather use all other forces besides a gun. That's just not how we are.
Of
We
course.
don't use guns. And I'm the same way. I'm not a gun user.
I think that's where like your like the whole superhero aspect from you guys always stemmed from, because I remember in like the early episodes you guys had paintball guns, right? At one point you guys
Yes.
used paintball guns. So it's like
Yep.
you guys would find any way possible, and like you and your
Right.
dad and everybody and Beth, you guys would always find like the good in people. And I always thought that was so cool for
Yeah.
like
You have
these
to
people.
understand there's always a backstory. These
Yeah.
people don't just fall down the cracks for no reason. People don't just do things for no reason. They don't lose their whole life. They don't get so messed up to a point where they don't know what they're doing for no reason. There's
Yeah.
always something that happened to them, or you know you got to kind of have a heart and you have to have sympathy and empathy with these people because nobody's perfect and we all make mistakes. And I think that deep down there's just something that happened to them, and you want to try to treat the situation as precious as possible, just because you don't want to say, oh well, you're such a piece of shit
Yeah.
for no reason. Like you
Of
said,
course.
like, why'd you rob that lady? What the hell is wrong with you? Like obviously there's something going on that made them get hooked on the drugs. And then, yes, and then that's what led up to all these silly crimes that they do.
Yeah. And some of them are silly. Like I remember there's been episodes where it's just like clowns you guys go after. But has what was it? Do you still bounty hunt with like your family? Like with all like the OG, the crew?
We
Or is it
do,
a new team?
sometimes we get those calls where there's a huge one that we got to go find, or, when we get the call. Yeah, we pretty
Awesome.
much, we're all on speed dial. I mean, we all have our beefs, but we're all family and we all love each other. And
That's awesome.
if something were to happen, they can call me at any time and I'm there. So yes, we do still bounty hunt together. We still do communicate very well. We still have bail bonds here in Hawaii. So I still go with Dakota here and there now and again. Everybody's mostly on the mainland, so it's mostly me and Dakota here for the most part.
So it's still you still work for the Keen bail
The
bonds, right?
kind bail
The
bonds,
kind bail
yes.
bonds. I never understood how to pronounce it. I'm glad.
Well, the kind in Hawaii is kind of like the thing, the that, the this.
Okay.
So
Okay.
people use the kind as like, oh, can you grab me the kind? So it's just one of those sayings that
Yeah.
kind of sticks
That's
and
awesome.
very local. So
I never knew that. I always looked at it. I thought it was a name. I thought it was somebody's
yeah,
name.
you guys like always like, what is that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I always wanted to know how to pronounce it. I would
yeah,
call it the
the
keen, the
kind.
kind. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's
kind.
just kind. Yeah,
Oh, just kind.
kind. Yeah, like like kind.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
the kind.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
It's
And
like the thing. I know
yeah.
Yeah.
No, no, I
it's
understand
weird
what you're
to
saying. I
picture,
understand what
but
you're
yeah,
saying.
it's
And I'm
easy
glad
when
we clarified that. That's awesome.
yeah,
I'll give
right.
the answer to that after 10 years.
Yeah, right.
Um, do you still travel over to the US and bounty hunt here, or is it just mostly Hawaii now?
Well, I'm currently in the works of starting a bounty hunt in the mainland. I'm kind of venturing out past Hawaii just because um, I'm a little lonely over here. So I'm like, I want to go to the mainland. I kind of want to go and help people out there. I have really good friends who are starting a new treatment program, and it's a good opportunity to kind of go and help and find these people and kind of give them a place where they can get a fresh start. It's going to be like a place where they can be after jail. So they'll go and do their time, and they're clean already, so they don't need a rehab. So they come out, and it's basically just somewhere where they can be, and they can start getting themselves back together and rebuild and get a job and try to start getting their life back. And so that's kind of what I'm aiming towards right now is women empowerment. I'm going to be starting to do a lot of stuff like that. Yes, I am. And yeah, I just think that, I need to get back out on the road, and I need to start continuing on what my mom had started. Her main goal was to find them and fix them. So that's kind of my goal right now, is to try to do the same thing as she was trying to do.
Yeah, for Beth. I love the shirts. I love the movement.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm coming out with some new stuff on the Cecily for Beth. So stay tuned on that.
What's the website for that?
Girls. It's Cecily for Beth. I have it all over my Instagram pages. I have links up. My whole thing is Instagram. That's like where I am.
Awesome.
It's like where I'm mainly based out of. So if you guys need any merch, all that kind of stuff, just come to me. I'll be able to direct you from there, because because that's not really my thing. I'm not really like all up in the retail thing.
Yeah.
I'm more hands-on with work. So bear with me. So that's kind of how I'm doing it. So
that's awesome. I'll definitely, that movement is something that I've seen obviously for like the longest time, and it's like, it sticks. It's like family, you're following in her footsteps, and it's so sick to see somebody to see a daughter like idolize her mom like that, and
thank you.
Keep doing it. It's really great, because I have a super.
No, sometimes I'm feeling like Smothered. Have you ever seen that show Smothered, or you've seen the previews?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like, am I smothering my mom? Like, am I smothering her? Like, yeah, but I'm proud of it, and I love it, and I feel like I'm starting to be able to do things that she's always wanted to do. I did the clothing. I'm doing candles. I have a lot of other stuff coming in store for everyone. I have her bindies that she used to wear all the time on the shows. It's just really cute, like girly stuff that she just always wanted to do, and I'm happy to be able to like kind of be able to do it for her.
Of course. No, that's so awesome, and I'm sure we're gonna see a lot of that on the new show, right?
Yes, for sure. I mean, how could you not?
So tell me a little bit more about this new show. Where is it? Where can I watch it? Where?
Okay, so Unleashed TV is where mostly everything's gonna be. Bonnie, my sister, she's on the system on that show. You guys should check it out.
For sure.
We're gonna be on pretty much on the Unleashed TV reality. So if you guys go there, it's basically a subscription.
Okay.
Go there, subscribe. It's today's world,
Yeah, everything's subscription.
Today's world that's just the way it is. Like, cable is out. Nobody even watches cable anymore.
I mean,
everyone's subscribing to YouTube and Netflix, you name it. Discovery Plus now. I was like, okay, great. Now I can't watch my TV either.
Yeah, it never ends.
Anyhow. So yeah, so it's a new way of life, and it's exciting. And Unleashed TV is kind of where it's at right now. And I like all their shows that they have on there, and they're all our generation. We're all the next generation. I feel like I'm the oldest out of this generation, but we're the next generation. We're in a different world than we were back in 2001. Just from that big of a leap, technology has grown so much, and I feel like the injustice system and just everything, everything has been so kind of blown up now. And I feel like everybody kind of needs to know the truth about a lot of things, instead of not having facts, because people can say whatever story they want, but we're going based off facts, and we're going to be based off of real information and raw footage and really who we are. And I feel like that's important for us right now, especially being in today's world. We got to kind of put our foot up, and we got to get out there. We got to make our voices heard.
Of course. That's the main
awesome.
reason.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's really
Yeah.
exciting. I'm definitely we'll
We're
definitely
gonna
check it
watch
out
it.
because
Oh yeah.
I worked at AT&T for 3.5 years and I quit like December of last year. And I'll
Mhm.
tell you something, that cable's a scam. I'll never
Tell me about it.
I'll never go
I'm like,
back
why
to
do I
that.
still have this? But my fiance is kind of older, so
When are you guys getting
no.
married?
I'm actually, I haven't announced that yet, but we are pushing it back. But
Okay.
it's okay. We're pushing it back. I thought we were gonna get married in December. I had the dates picked out, locations, the works, lists, guest lists. Oh, it's a lot. But no, we're gonna push it way back. I think just with COVID still kind of being lingering and who needs to be vaccinated and who doesn't. I just feel like it's a big burden on a lot of people to kind of travel right now,
Yeah.
especially with money being tight for a lot of people. Everyone's still trying to like rebuild themselves right now. So it's like, I just feel like it's not a good time. And I'm not really in a rush. I kind of want to get back on the road and start working again. I've kind of been sitting too long. So now I'm kind of like, okay, sorry, I want to do this now. But he's really cool and understanding, and he likes that I love to work, and he likes that I'm independent and have my own mind for my own self. So
That's awesome. It's connecting your audio. There you go.
I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm finishing this on my phone.
No, don't
It's
worry.
okay. We just had one last question for you, and then we could wrap it up because I know you're really busy. But I was gonna ask you if COVID, because I know that's a huge topic, has like affected you guys at all in the way you go about your business, or if everything is kind of the same.
It definitely has affected us here. The tourism is gone rapidly up. For us to not be fully opened and our restaurants are not fully open yet. It's just kind of like they're lingering on to letting us kind of open up back again. We're still only 50% vaccinated, so that's not good. So we have a lot of people who are not about it, obviously. So we have a lot of people who are very cultural and they don't really believe in a lot of that kind of medicine and whatnot. So it's hard for them to kind of want to do it, especially when, our cases were never really that high, I feel like. But yeah, it's kind of affected a lot of people here. A lot of businesses have closed. You'd walk through the mall and you would just see like every store like closing and boarded up or not open. And it's kind of sad to kind of see our world and our community over here kind of go down the tubes over it. But hopefully soon, I mean, they're slowly opening it back up. I mean, they let a lot of tourists in. So I'm hoping that eventually they're just going to start being better about it and open.
I'm sure I hope we'll be back to like normal by the end of the year or early.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
But I'm glad you got your show going. We're definitely gonna 100% check it out. What's it called again?
Thank you. It's going to. I don't have a name for it yet.
Okay.
I can't really release too much of the information out. So I might want to cut that. But
okay. Perfect.
Okay.
We'll say Cecily Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, it's not.
The reimagining.
But yeah, so I'm excited. It's something exciting I've been working on, and I can't wait to kind of get back to work.
We can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, it'll be awesome. Hopefully it'll be out sooner than later. So
I'm sure.
Hopefully before the end of the year.
I can't wait. We can't wait.
Yeah. So thanks you guys so much for.
Thank you so much, Cecily. You're amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, you guys. You guys have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Aloha.
Bye.